hilarious, but yeah, I actually thought that. I guess I had a pretty wild imagination. Today we're talking about things that we thought to be true as a child, but as we grew up we realized that they are not in fact true. I used to think that speed bumps in the middle of the road were actually dead children. My parents told me that if a kid ran across the street and got hit by a car because they weren't looking both ways, then they would bury them in the middle of the street right where they died and put a speed bump over them so that all the kids would be reminded they shouldn't cross the street without a parent or looking or whatever. I also used to believe that if I ate sausage, I would get hiccups because I always got hiccups. It even became like a running joke in my family. When I had the hiccups, they'd be like, well, did you eat sausage today? And I'd be like, yes! But I never stopped eating sausage. I sit on my feet a lot, so my feet fall asleep all the time. And when I was a kid, one time my foot was asleep and I had to pee, so I went to the bathroom and then my foot like miraculously stopped being asleep, which really I'm sure that the blood just got to it enough because I was standing. But I thought that if I went to the bathroom, my foot would automatically wake up. So every time my foot fell asleep, I was just like, hold on, I have to go into the bathroom. Most of the time it actually worked, but not for the reason I thought it did. The house that I live in used to be my grandparents' house. Well, my grandpa owns it. First it was my grandparents' room, and then it was my dad's room. Now it's actually my room. When I was a little kid and it was my grandparents' room, I used to think that this little hole in the wall that's like an access to the pipes was actually a door to a secret world. Like, I had never read Chronicles of Narnia, but I thought it was exactly like that. They had their bed was blocking it a little bit, so I thought that they were like trying to keep it closed so that I couldn't get in. And one day I tried to move their bed and open up the wall so that I could go in. And my grandma actually caught me. She didn't see me doing it, but she saw that the door was like kind of popped open a little bit and her bed was moved, and she was like, did you do that? And I was like, no, of course not, because I thought that I was like going to get caught and I was never going to be allowed to go to the secret world. So those are just a couple of things that I knew as a child to be true, even though they're not actually true. I think this was hilarious thinking about these things, and I wish I could think of more because I know there were so many more. I was such a weird kid. Hope you had a good laugh, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love your faces.